flash sheets. So that's what your assignment is a flash sheet. And if you look under flash on the internet, you're going to come across, like I typed in flash tattoo, and on Google, if you type in the really high res stuff like I've been showing you how to do, like this exactly 12 megapixels or 4096, if you look at some of these sheets, this is exactly what I want you to do. Now these are a lot right here. There's about 12 or 15 different tattoos on this, but look how nice it's laid out. It's laid out so there's a line going through it. Each one of these is something like I just did. I did something, I colored it out, and then I'll have those separated out, but when I get done with it, I'll combine them into one central theme. Mine was hearts with daggers through it. Okay, yours could be butterflies, it could be frogs, it could be whatever. Try to centralize your theme around maybe nature or what. I know this is a big assignment because this is one of those things that if I say go be creative and make me 4 tattoos, you're going to get one of those brain fart things going on if you're not used to something like that. Okay, so I'm going to say I want 4 really good ones. Okay, if you produce 6, that's awesome. If you produce 10, that's awesome. 4 being the minimum. Now let me show you some stuff that you can do to really kind of make your tattoo pop. So I took my tattoo and put it on an 8.5 by 11 by 300 dots per inch, and this is going to be my flash sheet, right? And if you can see, stupid things in here that really make this pop is the fact that he's got Cherry Creek Flash in here. So you might want to incorporate your name somewhere around with a frame. I love that. I love how they do that. There's one thing that I always like doing that really adds a nice touch to it, especially if I'm printing these out, because right now mine looks really flat. It looks like real flat stuff. But what I can do here is make a layer on top of it and go layer, new layer. And what I want to do with this layer is go in here and say an overlay, and I want to say fill with 50% neutral gray color. And then go filter, noise, add noise. So I'm going to add a huge amount of noise in here, and you can see what noise does. Okay, it makes these little spots, right? Which is ugly, but check this out. Noise can become anything. So I could go filter, artistic, color pencil, and I can lay this texture over the top of it. And there's brush strokes, so you might want to play around with these. And check that out. It gave it kind of like you would say doing it by hand almost, but it's still on the computer. So if I'm printing these out, I like to print them out like this. It gives the people the belief that I might have done this by hand or something like that, even though I could. What I want to do is give them that. I want to give them the old world traditional style of tattoo flash. I don't want to give them the very buffed out look of a computer because they tend to shy away from stuff like that, especially if you're selling flash. Okay, and another thing is you can do that same trick. Let's say I take this one and I duplicate it. There's also multiply. But multiply makes everything really dark. So I would say if you plan on using multiply will do it to the entire paper also and the tattoo. But I can kind of feel that. You know what I mean? I feel like this is going into the paper a little bit more, not sitting on top of it. So maybe I'll just choose maybe a very light 9%. And that looks like paper texture, like I might have scanned it in after the fact that I drew it. All right, so there's some tricks of the trade. Keep them real bright, keep them real contrasty. In fact, I look at mine and I look at theirs, and I might say, maybe I'm a little rusty and I should go into here and brighten up some of my colors. The brighter the color, the more they pop. Like these whites don't even blend with the red whatsoever. These greens, totally two different greens next to each other. Look at this frog, blue and red and yellow. Like that's almost an artist no-no as far as the color scheme goes. But look at it, it pops because it's just so different. Blue, yellow, again. So maybe don't blend your colors in, lay some really cool colors on top, maybe lightly blend, and that's about it. So you can see where I have maybe here, especially on this rose, you know, I could definitely go in here and probably lay another color on top of here and say maybe white. And I can go into something like color dodge, for instance, because color dodge will blow everything out. And I can start maybe painting some more whites in here just to make it pop a little bit more. These noise layers will affect the color too, so if you want to just take the noise and ramp it up. See how much brighter that is? Play around. Alright, so that's your assignment. Good luck with that. It might take you a little bit, but I definitely want to see the progress, and I'll offer some tips within the classroom as I go along, and we'll get you making some cool flash in no time. Alright, so enjoy. Have a good one.